everyone, this is Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited that I just finished my journal. I've been telling you about this. It is 8.5 by 9. So it's almost square, but not quite. So it's 8.5 this way, 9 this way. So it's the normal height of most of my journals, but it's a lot wider. And you can see how I repurposed the book cover. This was a journal about gardens and also about Claude Monet, the artist in Monet. I think it was called like Monet's Garden or something like that. And I used all the pages in it, and I've had it for a while. It was not this thick, it was about that thick. So I rebuilt the spine, and this is one of the best spine rebuilds I have ever done. I took a thick file folder and tripled it, glued them together to make the new spine. There's 3 signatures. I haven't counted the number of pages, but when you go over to the listing, nevermorecreation17.com, if you want to purchase this, in the description box, I will be sure to put that information. So this is covered with upholstery fabric that Joanne sent me. Thank you, Joanne. She put these 2 colors together. She sent me these 2 different ones. And this piece here, isn't that beautiful? It's just so gorgeous. It didn't go all the way around, so I added strips. I think I really love that. There's 3 signatures, and then a journal card or a cover image that I made here. So there's a frame, and then some scrapbook paper in the background with this pink script, a rose from Victoria Designs, and then a little flower from Crossfire. So that's the front. It opens and lays really well. It's fabric reinforced. This, I believe, is vintage fabric. I got it off of eBay a while ago. I only have a little bit of it left. I've used it and sold it over the years, but I've lined it with that vintage fabric there. I think it's a vintage sheet fabric or something like that. And then I'll just try to go through and show you kind of what I've done. It is pretty well decorated. There's quite a bit of ephemera in here. Each signature starts off with a heavyweight wallpaper. And then there's vintage book pages. There's other vintage items. There's printables. This is vintage as well. It's from the 80s. It's actually a cover of a painting book. Lots of different ephemera pieces that I've made. Little tip outs or flip outs, I guess you could call them. Hand-dyed papers. Some metallic paper. Journal card made for my paper pack Boho Beauty. Here's another little wallpaper page. Altered paper clip Joanne made. See, lots of little tuck spots. Lots of little bits. So we have top loading envelope here. We have a very tall journal card. And then this is a pocket. You can put something in there. There's a light fairy theme throughout. It's not heavily fairy, but there are lots of little nods to fairies throughout. Or I would say a few nods to fairies. See, there's a little fairy cluster, a little fairy library card. There's also a few birds throughout, and butterflies, because I always love birds and butterflies. I would say it is eclectic garden fairy nature. Little homemade ice cream, actual vintage recipe card. This was made, I think this was from Elsie Bell's bookshop or bookshelf. That was Happy Mail. Finally found the perfect place to put it. Second signature. Got little tuck spots and flip outs. Music paper. There's another little fairy. This flips out for journaling. So doing a journal this size definitely takes more work because you have to think about the size of all the pages a lot more than just the normal size. There's just extra considerations that go into it. but I have loved I have more fun making this journal than I have in a while. It's just so beautiful. I love how the colors flow. Got some textured paper. Little big tab there. Vintage bird book page. I think that's my last one of those. They're from like the 1930s. I love how this just flows. Got writing paper. This was Happy Mail too. I think Anna made me that. I think that's the last one of those too. She sent me several and I think I've been using them and I think that's my last one. Peacock, parrot. This is a 1982 greeting card. Yvette Koali, one of my artists, she made me that. Little top tuck spot there. It says create. It's hand stitched. Another day full of blessings. Michelle Wynn made me these little flowers. And there's a library card in the back. This is the actual back paper of the cover, which I kept because it's a beautiful garden. So this is for sale. Hope you enjoyed the flip through. Maybe it inspired you. I definitely need to start actually turning my book covers into journals like this and taking that challenge. It's definitely worth it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see all of you next time.